Good evening all, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Sunday night, which means it's trad beer night, and given that this is the Fallen Acorn Takeover in February, just want to let you know that this review is not late. It has arrived precisely when it meant to, and the beer we're going for tonight is this one. They're taking the Hobbitz to Isinglass. And apologies in advance, I may end up trying to cram in loads and loads of Lord of the Rings references throughout the review. I picked up my entire Fallen Acorn delivery entirely off the back of this beer. I saw the name, I had to have it because I love Lord of the Rings, like the fat kid in Matilda loved his chocolate cake, and as much as Gimli loves his salted pork. And it had to be done. Anyway, I love IPAs, so it stood to reason that I'd probably try the beer anyway, but this one just accelerated my need to try beer from the brewery. What can I tell you? Well, it weighs in at 4.2% ABV, and it says on the back of the bottle, "We love a bright IPA. The only thing that bugs us more about traditional styles is the use of isinglass." What's isinglass, precious? For those who don't know, it's the findings that we use in most of our traditional styles. It's made from raw and wriggling fish swim bladders. How did it come to this? We appreciate that some people might prefer a bright beer, but how could we approach this without excluding our vegan drinkers? Bright beer, no findings. It comes in pints? I'm getting one. Well, I did. Absolutely did. And the bottle kind of reminds me, if you look at the black and blue bottles in the background of the label, I live in Stoke-on-Trent, and it kind of reminds me of the bottle kilns, which is pretty damn cool. And so that's all I can tell you about the beer. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. Is it worthy of such great name? We shall see. We shall see. So I'm pouring into my Titanic Anytime IPA glass, and the pour is pale. I like. Slightly hazy. You can see on the pour, ever so slightly. Carbonation is good. And anyone want a flake with that? So it does mention that there may be a little yeast in the bottle because it is bottle conditioned apparently. So that is our pour. We've got a nice, ever so slightly hazy, pale straw golden coloured beer with a nice white head, and you can tell that's bottle conditioned by the size of the head and the type of head that you've got on this beer. Looks nice. Looks really nice. It's like staring into a Palantir, really. Yeah, I like the look of that. It is. You can see the carbonation rushing up the glass because it is a nucleated glass, and obviously there is a little bit of yeast going on. Just look at that head at the top, just as it's refreshing itself in the bottom. In fact, on camera it looks a lot more hazy than it actually is. But yeah, it's a good looking beer. Let's have a whiff. Smells nice, slightly citrus, sharp, malty. Smells good. It does smell traditional, and that is something I'm really pleased about. You know, it's nice when you can get a brewery that does some sort of more modern craft styles, but they can also back it up with some good old school brewing and go with the old school styles. So it looks good. It smells really, really inviting, and it's only 4.2%, like I say. So I can enjoy this. Let's have a taste. Cheers. That is really quite nice. I'm getting a nice, silky smooth mouthfeel on a medium weight body. The carbonation is spot on. It tastes exceptionally good. As I mentioned, on the nose, you get a slight sharpness that comes through in the form of like a grapefruit. And it's slightly pithy, bitter, and ever so slightly resinous on the back end. That's good. The malts, perfectly balanced to the hops. And this is not shy on the hops either. It's, yeah. I could happily drink this by the flagon. Absolutely. The grapefruit is prominent on the flavour, and it's superb. It really is superb. So medium weight. Yeah, it's a bit tasty, that. And on the back end, as that flavour develops, you get a slight savoury note. It works really, really well. And it's almost chewy. Delicious. The finish is nice and bitter. And as I say, bright, zesty. And a lot of the resin comes through on the back end as well. Lovely. Lovely beer, that. So, let's give it some points. Before I give it some points, we're going to go to the scoreboard of joy, which says that the Fallen Acorn, they're taking the Hobbitz to Isinglass, has had 289 check-ins and an average score of 3.7. I think that's a little bit on the low side. I'm going to be honest right now. So let's fill in my points. My board has got the usual 5 plus the additional 3. Looks, it's a good looking beer. There is no getting away from that. It is ever so slightly hazy. You've got a beautiful white head. You've got a lovely colour, and you've got nice carbonation coming up the glass from the bottom of the beer. Can't fault it. It looks lovely. It's going to have a full point. It will. The aroma is lovely. Entirely unlike Eowyn's stew. It is bright. It is zesty. It's citrusy. A little bit malty. It's balanced. It smells inviting, and it smells fresh. And of course, it gets the full point from me. The body on an IPA, particularly at session strength, should be around about medium, and this one is. It's got beautiful carbonation from being bottle conditioned, or it certainly is delicious on the body. Medium weight, silky smooth. Does it get a full point? Yeah. And the taste matters most, and it's got loads of grapefruit. Shame there's no salted pork, but what can you do? It's beautiful and pithy, slightly resinous, hoppy, balanced with those beautiful biscuity malts, and it's just lovely. Goes down an absolute treat. It's going to get a full point on the taste. And the finish, we all know that I love the IPAs, hoppy, resinous, bitter, and long. This one is hoppy, it is resinous, it is bitter, and it is long. Gets the full point. So, we need to go back to the order that I placed, because again, I've become ridiculously unprepared, a bit like Boromir, who seems to die in everything he is. Not really Boromir himself, but we all know who I mean, Sean Bean. Stop dying in things. What did I pay for this one? Does it represent good value for money? Well, I need to be more prepared. My order says I paid £3.80 for one. Does it represent good value for money? I think it does. You know, it's tasty. It delivers everything that I want in a 500ml bottle. Now, if you was to pay £3.80 for a pint of beer in a pub, you would not complain. If you paid £3.80 for a tin of Foster's, for example, you absolutely would complain. And it would be simply a case of just being really upset. Anyway, but £3.80 for this bottle of beer, not unhappy at all. I'm, in fact, really happy. Like a hobbit with his long bottom leaf even. Very happy. I reckon it's got good value for money. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I will be. Absolutely. Does it get a bonus point? Well, it is delicious. It references, arguably, the greatest literary works ever committed to paper. And it tastes amazing. Did I mention it tastes amazing? Absolutely it does. I think it's worthy of a bonus point. So there we go. It's got a full 5 out of 5 with 3 additional points on the bonuses right there on the right hand side. So excellent beer. It lives up to expectations based on the first beer that I had. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the takeover from Fallen Acorn in February, but I'm going to be in danger of waffling soon. So I'm just going to say that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got the like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried this particular beer and what you thought of it. On that note, I'll see you again soon. Bye.